So in 2005, I just moved to Seattle and I started going to Bethany Community. And I remember I was sitting up in the balcony in what is now the chapel and at the 5 o'clock and was happily hiding and kind of healing from past church experiences. And I remember I would just every Sunday feel like I would just be served my epiphany on a silver platter, because Richard would just really be amazing, and I would just connect with a lot of things that he was saying. And so that went on for a while, and I would be inspired. And I remember specifically getting to a point where I realized I was feeling inspired, but I wasn't ever acting upon the beautiful words that Richard would say and that I was connecting with. And so I remember just Aurora at one point was being brought into Who is My Neighbor? And I live in Greenwood, 3 blocks up from Aurora. And it was always something that intrigued me and I was curious about, but also very fearful because there's just a lot of negative stereotype around it. So I started walking on Aurora and getting more comfortable with the area and trying to understand the culture, because it's so different from even a block up in Greenwood. And I decided to just start bringing flowers to the office managers of the motels, and which just led to really amazing conversations and just starting to understand more about what it is they do. And I just have so much respect for what they do, because they quite often are social workers. If there's families that are on the verge of being kicked out, the managers are the ones that are on the phone trying to find shelter for them, and they're just in a really tough place. And I just have started to learn to just really honor them. And specifically, there was this one office manager of one of the motels that I got to know, who I brought him flowers at first, and he was this really grumpy man, and he didn't want flowers for me. And so then I said, fine, I'm not ever going to come back here again. And I was sitting in the Aurora grocery store and was talking to the clerk there and told her about my experience with this specific office manager. And she said, oh, no, he really is completely allergic to flowers, and he loves rainy days because his allergies don't act up. And so he had just lived up to the stereotype, and I just totally misjudged him, and just started taking candy and confessed to him that I had judged him completely wrong. And just on my walks now, I love seeing him, and he's just a really bright spot in my day. So just through being in relationship with now friends on Aurora, I've been able to be a part of really sacred moments in people's lives, and not only have been able to listen, but also felt safe enough to be vulnerable with them as well. And I just am so thankful and so honored to be able to be part of that story. And I just feel that the bridge was just so simple as following curiosity and bringing flowers, and it has just really become something amazing in my life that has completely transformed me and my life and my understanding of who God is and where He is in brokenness.